Moved here in 1979 and ran this motel for 4 or 5 years. I was a single mother with two, 8 and 11, I think they were when we moved in here. And so this was our home, as well as this was the front office of the motel. And at that time there were only 6 rooms in the back, and we did everything. We cleaned the rooms, we did the laundry, we mowed the lawn, we took care of everything, as well as checking people in and out. One of the things that really touched me, the rooms were kind of shabby because it was an older motel and hadn't been taken very good care of for many years. And so I used to go to the thrift store and buy little doilies and put them on the counters or on the dressers or something. And I had these 2 little old ladies one day who toddled up to the front door and said, "Oh honey, these belong in a museum. You shouldn't just put these in their rooms." And I didn't tell them that I'd bought them at the thrift store for 25 cents.
This will be a tremendous asset for the community in terms of their own history, and a great benefit to them, but also to the visiting public that'll come and learn more about how the community was settled, the native people that were here before the Euro-Americans came, more about the canyon, and some of the history of the park. I think it's a win-win for everyone, a tremendous community asset.
Well, I think the thing that we're most excited about is that it gives another reason for them to be here, and that goes deeper and richer into what this place is all about, the culture and the history and all of the effort and energy it took to create a place and what it meant. I think that's really important for a visitor, and those are the kinds of visitors that we want to attract here. Are the ones that will really dig into the place that they're at, where they're not just here to get a quick selfie and go, but they really become part of, learn and understand what the community is like and what the area is like, because then those kind of visitors become contributors, not just consumers, and they take care of the lands, and they're a part of them. They become a part of them because they understand the details of what happened in this place.
It wasn't as busy as it is now. I could never do that now. It's way too busy and too built out, but at that time, winter time was very, very quiet. You'd see a dozen cars a day in the winter time. And that was one of the best parts of living here. Was in the wintertime we would close down and we could go into the park and be the only person in a canyon during the wintertime. It was really lovely. I'm just pleased that they're not tearing it right down. And it's a historic structure. They say that much of the lumber came from Cable Mountain. That's how old it is. And I'm really pleased when things find a new life, when we can take something old and instead of just tearing it down, build something wonderful out of it. And I think it'll be great for the city, great for the town.
Jeff Carlson with Springdale City, I don't think he works for Springdale City, but he had this idea of creating this history center, and they came to our office kind of pitching the idea and looking for funding and support to really develop something. And they had already done a lot of the legwork. They've got the property, they've got a lot of that foundational information put together and details put together. Looking to us to support it, and when we heard the idea, we were thrilled by it, because again, just like I said, it deepens this experience, it enriches it, and it helps spread it out throughout the area. The visitor experience spreads it out throughout the area.
However it is, it'll be changed, and change is good, and I think it'll be wonderful. It'll be very beautiful and new and accommodating, and we have plans for a lot of activities here for the History Society. Oh, I think it's very important, and I remember when I first had the idea of turning this home into a historic center, because I felt like I saw so many of the old buildings being torn down one by one, and it's just a tragedy. And not that everything needs to be saved, but this building was special and represented in many ways the kind of hospitality that built this town.